Okay, guys, so today I'm going to show you all how to make fried cabbage. So these are pretty much like the main ingredients. This is bell pepper melody and onion, right? Red, green, bell pepper, some yellow in there on the bottom, and then it's onion. And then I'll be putting in here diced ham and Cajun andouille sausage, kale, and here's my cabbage here that I've already washed and chopped. This is fresh kale. It's not, it's store-bought, but it didn't come in a package. I washed it and trimmed it myself. Here is the type of sausage I use, but you can use any type of andouille sausage that you want. I will also, because I'm from the boot, so we like everything spicy. So here is some fresh diced jalapeno peppers, okay? Fresh, not the pickled ones. You can try that, but I'm not sure how good that's gonna come out. They'll probably look very wilted. So, but again, here is the ingredients, the main ingredients. And I'll do another short little clip to show you all the seasonings that I'm gonna use inside. Okay, you guys, let's get started. So the first thing is you don't need to put any oil or anything like that, olive oil, Crisco, no type of oil, because your andouille sausage is gonna make some oil for you. So it's gonna dump the meats in. This was the ham and the andouille sausage. And so we're just gonna let this brown, because you want, like I said, you want the oil. That's spicy, baby. That got right in my eyes, okay? Alright. We're gonna brown this. We're just trying to keep your heat. I would say, if you're on an electric stove, keep it around 7 or 8, because you do want that brown, right? And I always use my judgment. I say I may not put no oil, but I want to see how much oil this andouille sausage is gonna make. I may put just a smidgen of olive oil in there. And when I say a smidgen, just not barely a teaspoon. But let's see how much this cooked down. We're just gonna let that cook down. It smells so good. Now, you see in the beginning of the video, I showed you guys a little clip of the brain andouille sausage that I use. So let's continue to let this cook down some more. It smells so good. I wish I could smell it. But when y'all cook it, you'll be able to smell it. Okay? Let's keep going here. A little bit longer. Maybe another minute or two. Another minute. That's all. We can go ahead now and add, it ain't gonna hurt nothing to go ahead and add this is the fresh jalapeno. We're gonna dump that in. I like the spice. You don't have to put this in there unless you're a person that likes spicy. Look at the color, y'all. Look at the color. It's not even done. I may add a little. I always like to do a different little twist on my stuff. Keep letting that kind of brown just a little bit longer. Okay, that's still cooking down. Feels really good. Now we can go ahead now. This is so easy, y'all, and hearty, and if you can make it without your, these were frozen, so they done stuck back together, but you can chop yours up fresh if you like. This should save some time. If you can prep it the night before, you can chop everything up the night before, and then you don't have to fool with it. Now you're cooking and you just dump everything in. But I did dice like my sausage not the ham. The ham, I bought it in a package already diced. Like I said, it'll save a little time, but you can buy the other type of ham. It's up to you. And dice it yourself. And chop it up yourself. Let all that, look how good that looks. Y'all see how the color, and it smells so freaking good. What we're gonna go with next, I think I want to add, I'm gonna add just a little bit of butter. I love flavor, so this is not in there, but I will put it at the end of the video, the recipe. So we're gonna turn this heat up just a little bit more. It's starting to make the color that I want it to make. It smells so good. It's almost like you're making a little bit of a roux. You can also do these same steps for a gumbo, but you can throw in shrimp. You can throw in, I'll make a separate video of how to make your roux and everything for a gumbo. Yeah, it's getting close to the holidays, so I'll be doing like chicken and dumplings from scratch. I'll let y'all watch all that. I don't use biscuits in my chicken and dumplings. I make my dough and everything. I do everything from scratch. Okay, y'all. See how it's making once I threw that butter in there? You see how now it has its own little sauce, so to speak. See? It's making like a little sauce there. It smells so good. Y'all can also do this with greens too. But I like to slow cook mine, but you can also do this. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and add the kale. This is fresh kale that I chopped myself. I'm gonna add the kale. And you see how the kale is starting to cook and it's turning a different color. Fresh kale, but again, if you want to save time, you can also buy, they have kale in the store where you can buy, and it's just in a pre-washed bag, kind of like those greens that they have pre-washed. But I really don't like the food with none of that. I like to chop up my own stuff and wash it really, really good. Look at that, y'all. Look how colorful. Look how good that looks. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and add the cabbage. And I probably can't use all this cabbage, but I chopped up a lot of cabbage. Well, it's just one head of cabbage. We're just gonna start adding the cabbage. I'm gonna see, because the cabbage is gonna cook down. I may be able to use it all. And you want to just pre-do everything before you even start. Meaning, chop all your stuff, all your veggies and whatever you want to put in there first. Alright. So now, I'm going to switch to these tongs because I want to be able to move all this around easier. Y'all see? I'm probably going to add some more cabbage. Smells really, really, really good. I'm gonna get some of my cabbage to the bottom. You want to keep tossing it around. Kind of get some of your meat and stuff on the top. Just keep mixing it around. This is super easy. It looks like a lot of steps, but like I said, if you have everything, look how good the kale has cooked down. So we want to get our cabbage at the same rate, right? And if you have chunks, just separate it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Just watch. Once everything cooks down, you'll see what I'm talking about. Just keep turning. This is why it's called fried cabbage, because you're not letting it slow cook on the stove. Pretty much all your seasoning and juices and stuff. We're going to do the seasoning at the end. I know some of y'all in here talking about, where's the seasoning? I'm going to do that at the end. but I want to see how much cabbage and stuff I'm gonna need to put in here. Like I said, that's a whole head of cabbage. If it's just you eating this or a couple of people, then I would say just get a small head of cabbage. This just gonna be me eating. My son was not gonna. He ain't gonna fool with this. There's too much vegetables in there. He'll say it smells good, but he's not gonna. He ain't gonna try it. He's gonna be like, nah, Mom, I'm good. Okay, so look how that's cooking down. Y'all see the difference? Everything is starting to cook down. Can y'all see? There we go. Let's keep tossing it. Keep tossing it. And some pieces where you see they ain't cooking it, try to separate, because you know how cabbage is, it's kind of stuck together. And I'm personally going to add a little bit more cabbage to this, because I want a little bit more cabbage in here. So look at that, how it's cooking down. That's why, that's the whole point. We want it to cook down. There we go. And y'all see how the andouille sausage make that little grease? That's what I'm saying. You really don't have to do a lot. I add a little bit of butter, but you really don't have to do a whole lot, because the sausage is what's gonna make your grease, so to speak. I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more cabbage in here. Hold on 1 second. And I'm going to go ahead and separate it before I put it in here this time, so that way. I'll do a little more with the green on there. That's enough. So once this cooked down, that's going to be enough. And just keep, same thing, just keep tossing everything around. Keep tossing everything around. And once it get cooked down, that's when I show y'all that I'm gonna add my little seasoning. See? Look how good that looks. Keep letting it smell so good. I know I keep saying that, but it really does. I was gonna go get me some lunch, but guess what today? I'm gonna eat this. But when I go live on my TikTok, when you gonna cook the cabbage? So here we go. There we go. And I'm gonna let it simmer too. But let's go ahead now. I think I'm about ready. So turn your heat down. Once you get everything kind of to the point where it's cooked down, make sure you steady turning it around, because you want it to cook evenly. Once you get to the point where everything is pretty much cooked down, then you add your season. That's how I like to do it. Everybody have their own different little way, but this is how I like to do it. Okay. All right. That's why Awyannia's way, baby. Awyannia's way. Wow, it smells so good. Okay. So now I'm gonna go. Even though there's onion in there, I'm still gonna hit it with some onion powder. Okay. It must be like rain. My onion powder's kind of stuck. You want to hit it with onion powder. I would say if you're a person that has to measure stuff because you just now kind of learning how to cook, you want to I would say about 2 teaspoons, but I don't measure. Okay, and this is smoked paprika, but I will put all this in the description. I use that in everything, smoked paprika. I'm also gonna add a little bit of crushed red pepper flakes. Let me keep all this out so I can make sure I give y'all a picture. You could take it easy on the red pepper flakes if you don't like spice. You don't even have to use it, but like I told y'all, I use that. It's one of my favorites. It goes in everything. Pretty much everything I do, I use this. But I'll leave everything out, like I said, so y'all can see it here. And I'm also gonna use, yes, some Old Bay. I pretty much cook a lot with Old Bay. I'm also gonna hit it with some black pepper, just regular old ground. This gonna have some heat to it, so if you ain't ready for heat, eliminate the crushed red pepper and the fresh jalapeno. Take that out. gonna do a little bit. I cook a lot with sea salt, the fine one. And that's enough because I already got a lot of other stuff in it. So, what else? Is there something else I want to put in? I'm gonna also do some. You never go wrong with adding garlic, brown garlic. If you had a time and you want to do fresh, go for it. Okay? But let's stop right there. So now, let's get all this tossed around. Smells so good. It's crazy. And y'all can see how everything is cooking down, right? And when I say cooking down, it's pretty much meaning it's almost like done. Okay. There we go. We still got a little bit to go. So what we're gonna do, just want to make sure I got all my seasoning mixed up in there really, really good. Really good. And if you want to go a little crazy with it, you can also boil you some rice. Y'all can put this over rice because it has meat in it. Like I said, me with the little Louisiana in me, I eat rice a lot. And I use rice with a lot of my dishes. So look at that, y'all. Y'all see? So now I'm just making sure everything is evenly mixed here. And so what we're gonna do, so some of the cabbage that's still a little bit of, it's still a little al dente. I don't want it mushy, but I also don't want it crunchy. That's not the point. Alrighty. So let's get this covered so it can continue to cook just a little more. So we're gonna cover it and let it cook for, I'm gonna let it cook about 6 minutes and recheck it, and it should be good to go. And we'll come back so y'all can see the final product. Look, you guys, it's ready. Look how good that looks. I've already made me a little plate. I'm gonna tear this up, and I thank y'all for watching, and just look forward to more videos. The holidays are coming up. Here you go.